Well, I thought I'd better pop on and say hello. It's Saturday, and unfortunately, it's Saturday evening, and I've not picked the camera up at all today. This cold's come back on, and I just feel dreadful at the minute. Oh, neither of us slept much last night at all, so it's been a bit of a rubbishy day today. And basically, I've been just sat on the settee. Uh, not even drinking cups of tea, so tells you I'm not quite right. Um, but yeah, I've just been watching some podcasts and things, which has been nice. Uh, but I've been so cold today; it's been horrible, really. But it's been our sort of only free Saturday for weeks actually, because either Kevin's been working, or we've had visitors, or we've been out. Adele last weekend, Adele was in Manchester with Kevin for 2 days, and we've been waiting to get this radiator plumbed in the kitchen, and finally, Kevin did it today, and the kitchen's warm now, so it's so nice to have the new radiator plumbed in. So it's been freezing cold in the house all day because the heating had to go off, and the uh, system had to be drained down, so the back door's been open. It's been a miserable day, really. I don't even feel like doing any knitting. I've had some paracetamols, but I don't know, I just can't be bothered tonight. Trouble is, everybody in the house has now got cold. Kevin's had his what for a fortnight now, and he's still no better. But mine keeps going off and coming back on again. And I just wish it would go away because I'm just so fed up, and I've got things I want to do, and I feel like I'm always moaning because I've got cold, and I'm not. I'm not moaning. So I've just had some tea. Adele cooked tea tonight, which was really nice. So while she was cooking tea, I was sat on the settee, feet up. Um, I was listening to Kaz from the Wee So and So. I love Kaz's podcast, and I fell asleep. I fell asleep listening to it. Oh dear, I don't know. It's just because I am so tired. It's unbelievable. But I am going to try and do the Christmas cake tonight because the fruit has been soaking overnight now and all day today, and it looks really nice and plump and juicy. So I think what I'm going to do is go get that mixed up and popped in the oven, and then I'm going to have a nice cup of tea. Because at the minute I'm shut in the front room. Elsa's in front of the fire where she's been most of the day, and she's loving it. Oh, there's nice warmth, and there's not another cat in here. Tabby's up in his bed. I'm not sure where Charlie is. He's probably with Jake, but Tabby's been a bit stressed today because we've had to move his bed out of the landing a little bit, only a couple of feet away, just so Kevin can get up the loft. And he's been moaning. This is Tabby. He's been moaning away, and he's been up and down the stairs, running up and down the kitchen. It's like he just doesn't know what to do with himself. He's just stressed. But I mean, his bed got put back in the same place within sort of 10 minutes. But he's out of sorts with himself. He is today. But I think he's gone. He's back upstairs now. He's gone and settled down in his bed. So hopefully he'll be happy. So, well, last night, before I tried to get to sleep, I finished my book, Plum Tea Crazy by Laura Childs, and thoroughly enjoyed it. Mind you, there's not quite right with that book this time because it's like it wasn't written by Laura Childs. It's really strange because she sort of changed the characters a little bit. because Theodosia Browning, who is the main character, she likes to sort of poke around and get into all the ins and outs and tries to solve the mystery. But this time, I don't know, she was a bit bolshy, accusing everybody of being the murderer, which she doesn't really do that. She's not normally that bolshy. And Detective Tidwell, he was always coming out in and out of the Indigo tea shop for tea and scones and things like that, and warning her off poking her nose into everything. And there was none of that this time. And at the end, he was sort of praising her for what she'd done, which is not like him. But the story is engaging. I couldn't work out who had done it, not until towards the actual end when it was revealed who did it. And luckily there was like a lie I'd picked up, and I'd remembered this person had told somebody one thing and then they told somebody else something else, and so I did pick up on that, so I sort of did get it right at the very end. But I still enjoyed the book. It's a shame it took me so long to get through it, but I was only reading it at night, and some nights I didn't want to read, I just went to bed. But yes, thoroughly enjoyed it, apart from one or two things but so as I couldn't sleep last night, 4 o'clock this morning, I'm sat up in bed reading book 2 of the what was it, the Ghost Hunter or something, and yeah, it's engaging, definitely. So I would recommend it. But there are 3 books in this little series, so if you do buy it, buy your book 1, but don't look at book 2, because otherwise it gives the ending away of book 1, so that'll spoil it a little bit for you. So yeah, it is really good. So I can't wait to actually read some more tonight before I go to bed, hopefully, if I can keep my eyes open long enough. Well, last night, before I tried to get to sleep, I finished my book, Plum Tea Crazy by Laura Childs, and thoroughly enjoyed it. Mind you, there's something not quite right with that book this time, because it's like it wasn't written by Laura Childs. It's really strange because she sort of changed the characters a little bit. Because Theodosia Browning, who is the main character, she likes to sort of poke around and get into all the ins and outs and tries to solve the mystery. But this time, I don't know, she was a bit bolshy, accusing everybody of being the murderer, which she doesn't really do that. She's not normally that bolshy. And Detective Tidwell, he was always coming out in and out of the Indigo tea shop for tea and scones and things like that, and warning her off poking her nose into everything. And there was none of that this time. And at the end, he was sort of praising her for what she'd done, which is not like him. But the story is engaging. I couldn't work out who had done it, not until towards the actual end when it was revealed who did it. And luckily there was like a lie I'd picked up, and I'd remembered this person had told somebody one thing and then they told somebody else something else, and so I did pick up on that, so I sort of did get it right at the very end. But I still enjoyed the book. It's a shame it took me so long to get through it, but I was only reading it at night, and some nights I didn't want to read, I just went to bed. But yes, thoroughly enjoyed it, apart from one or two things but so as I couldn't sleep last night, 4 o'clock this morning, I'm sat up in bed reading book 2 of the what was it, the Ghost Hunter or something, and yeah, it's engaging definitely. So I would recommend it, but there are 3 books in this little series, so if you do buy it, buy your book 1, but don't look at book 2, because otherwise it gives the ending away of book 1, so that'll spoil it a little bit for you. So yeah, it is really good. So I can't wait to actually read some more tonight before I go to bed, hopefully, if I can keep my eyes open long enough. Oh, excuse me, this cough's getting ridiculous. And I'm now putting my Christmas cake together. I've got my fruit there from last night. I'll let that soak in the brandy. And I've just mixed the butter, dark brown sugar, lemon zest, eggs, treacle. I don't have any almond essence. Plain flour, almonds, cloves. Well, I don't have any cloves, I should say. Cinnamon, ginger. And now I'm going to put some nuts in and mix the fruit in. I've just got some sliced almonds in here and some pecans. So I'm just going to give this a quick mix together. And then I'm going to put my fruit in that's been soaked in brandy overnight. Now that's ready to go in my lined tin. Now I'm going to pop this into the oven for, let's have a look, 1 hour and 3/4 to 2 1/4 hours. And we're on gas mark too, so yes, I'll show you when it's done. Well, as you can see, there's my new radiator, and the kitchen is actually pleasantly warm, which is really nice. We've been freezing cold out here for the last few weeks since the weather sort of got cold. Right, so the cake's in the oven now, so that's going to be in there for roughly 2 hours. So I was going to put some sourdough bread on, but that means it's going to be 1 o'clock 1:05. I don't think I'm going to be stopping up till that time. I'm going to be up till midnight for this cake, so I think I'll leave the sourdough bread till tomorrow. Right, and the cake's just come out of the oven and it's still in its tin, and I've just poured some brandy over the top of it, and it's now wrapped up in foil, and it'll stay like that until tomorrow, and then I'll take the foil off and rewrap it. Hello, I've not picked the camera up at all today. It's been one of those days today. Didn't get up very early this morning at all. We both slept in, which obviously needed the sleep. And then sort of afternoon, Charlie, one of our cats, was outside and he's fallen off the roof. So when we got him in, he was fine. He was just limping. So decided to take him to the vets to make sure he was okay. And luckily he was. They've given him an injection, some anti-inflammatory, and then we've got some Matalan painkillers for the rest of the week. So he's got to stay in, and we were needing cat food, so we were going shopping, and he's had to come with us. So we're travelling around one or two shops with Charlie in the car, and he's been really good. He just sort of settled down and just watched the world go by, and then went to sleep. So while I was in Home Bargains, I bought him some treats, and he had that. He was okay. So now he's sort of potted around the house a little bit. He's had some food and he's settled down in front of the fire, where I'm hoping he's just going to stretch out and go to sleep. That little bit of scratching, I think that's Elsa. She's trying to come in. So we've got to keep an eye on him for 24 hours to make sure he's okay. Make sure he's not being sick or anything, because if he is, he's got to go back to the vets and he needs x-raying. But she gave him a thorough examination and she thinks he's okay. I don't know. Charlie seems to be at the vets all the time these days, with one thing and another. He's a silly cat. So that noise you can hear in the background is the kettle. So after today, I'm in need of a cup of tea. Oh, I don't know. Then I've got to tidy up and then think about tea, because it's 10 to 5 now. But while I was out, I did buy some nice things from Home Bargains and that, because we had to go and get some cat food, and so I did a little bit of shopping while Kevin looks after Charlie in the car. Like I say, he was quite alright. I've just taken the cake out of the tin. It had been left overnight to cool down, and just rewrapping it in foil, and it's going to go and sit in a airtight tin then until it's needed. Good morning, my name's Julie from So Unique, and I'd like to welcome you to week 4 of my November weekly vlog. I will pop all the links down below where you can find me on social media. I'm most active on Instagram. Also, I've got an Etsy shop where I sell project bags, like yarn jewellery, sock yarn and other bits and pieces. Well, it's a lovely day today. Sun's out, we've got blue skies, there's not a cloud up there, and it's quite chilly, so that's good. I'm pleased to see we've got some sun instead of rain. Well, I'm on the school run today. I've got 4 days this week, and yeah, so I'm pretty busy. I've got lots of sewing to do again. I've got some Etsy orders to pack up, just things like that really. Probably a bit of baking this week. Yes, I've got to put some sourdough bread on today, so that is a job to do pretty soon, I think. So the recipe I use for my sourdough comes from All Recipes UK, and I make my sourdough bread in a bread machine. It still takes about 3 hours to cook, and yeah, it turns out really nice. So yes, that's what I'm going to be doing now. Well, I've just been changing my candles over in the front room, starting to get ready for Christmas, and I've just put on my cherry and vanilla melts. So I've just cleaned the old pumpkin one out, and because the smell had gone, but I still got the melt in there. So I've just cleaned them out, popped one of these in, and I've already got the little bottle of whatever it is that you put your reeds in to make your room smell nice, and cherry and vanilla is actually quite nice, so I'm looking forward to these. Can't wait for them to fill the room with a lovely scent. So yeah, so I probably will go and buy some more, stock up, ready for Christmas, because obviously the candles will be on quite a lot now. What else am I doing? So I probably need to make some more candles to see me over December, because I might not have a lot of time in December to start making more candles, because there's going to be a lot happening in December, busy month. So yes. Well, I've just had a delivery, and it's nothing very exciting really. It's some rope, because I've seen some of these rope baskets online and I thought, oh, I would like to have a go. So if I've got a chance tonight, I might try and have a go. It's just that today, with it being Monday, and I didn't have a very good weekend with this silly cold, I've spent most of the day sort of catching up on jobs, cleaning and things like that, but I've got other things to do tonight. But I really want to have a go at these rope bowls, because they look so good and I can think of so many uses for them. The one thing I have seen online that I like are the rugs that they do, and I like that idea. Not that I want a rug in my house, but I just like the idea of how it's made, and I thought they might make some nice table mats. Could do some Christmassy ones. I mean, that would be nice for the table, but I don't know if I'll have time this year. But I suppose it's always one I could put on my to-do list for next year, that never-ending list. So yeah. Anyhow, I'm going to have a double chop mocha now, have a treat, have a sit down for what, 20 minutes I've got now, then I'm on the school run. So I'll catch you all later. Well, I don't know where the time's gone today. It's actually 4:45 and I'm still at the shop. Good job I'm not on the school run today. It's been really busy today, both obviously in the shop and online orders, which has been really good. But I haven't got as much done in the shop as I thought I might. No, it's been one of those days where everybody wants to stop and talk, which, you know, it happens. Can't be helped. So I think I'm going to take some of the sewing home and see if I can get it finished off tonight. Anyhow, what I wanted to show you, I've been wanting to make one of these yarn bowls for weeks, and I just haven't had the chance. But last night I made a point of going out to my sewing room and having a go, and there it is. It's lovely. I absolutely love it, and I can't wait to make some more. And it's perfect. I mean, I've done this size. It's perfect for keeping your yarn in while you're sat on the settee or in the car knitting, crocheting, or anything else. I did think about maybe using it for some gifts. I don't know. What might be nice actually is to bore some yarn up and give it to a friend who likes yarn, does a lot of crochet or knitting, something like that with some nice sweet treats inside. So I think I'm going to be pretty busy making some more rope bowls. It is hard on your hands though, I must admit. My left hand last night was really aching trying to hold the fabric or the rope, and they still ache today, so I don't know how many I'm going to be able to make of these, but I'm not going to rush and do loads or anything like that. I'm just going to do a few. I might do some and take them to Yorkshire Yarn Fest actually, so I might only do about 6 though, but yeah, I really like that. I'm really happy with that. Yes, my socks, I'm nearly finished on my socks. Let's have a look. I just managed to get down to ready for the toe now, so that I would say that would be tonight's job, but I can't see me getting that done tonight, not since I've got so much sewing to do. So I think I might have to concentrate on the sewing first and get all the little jobs and orders and everything out. I like to try and get everything done as soon as they come in, because a lot of my project bags on Etsy are sort of like made to order, because you just don't know. I don't want to go and make 6 up of, say, a Christmas design and then I don't sell them. So yes, it's just about a bit of an influx of orders in. So yeah, so I'm going to be pretty busy tonight. So I think it's going to be an easy tea tonight. I'm not faffing. Just got to get on with it. I'll probably have to make some more bread as well. I think we're running a little bit low. Oh, I had a nice post day today. I received my Roses Moments advent calendar, which I've had a little peek in the box, and it's got some nice red envelopes, so I'm going to pop that away. And looking forward to opening that though for December. So yeah. So yes, I'm just going to get tidied up now, then head off to the post office, and then I'm going to get home. Well, I've just got in from work. It's now getting on for 5 o'clock, and so I'm just having a nice cup of Yorkshire tea. I think I've had I've had 2 cups today, that's it, which is not much. So I'm just going to have this. I'm going to have a sit down for half an hour, and then I'm going to have a snack as well, and then I'm just going to go and get some sewing, and I'm going to spend the evening tucked away in my sewing room, and I'm not coming out until I finish what I've got to do. I don't know. Oh, I needed that. Well, it's been a busy evening. I've managed to get a nice little pile of project bags all finished. They just need to put the cord in and they are good to go. I've also made some lavender pouches. So yes, now I'm ready to pack up and go and have a cup of tea. It's been a busy day today, which I can't complain at. It's been lovely. I don't know if I'll get anything. I might actually try and get something done on my socks. What time are we at? Oh, it's 10 to 9, so I think I'll probably have time to do, even if it's just a couple of rows tonight. So yes, a very, very productive day, so I'm really happy today. And I've just been making some scrunchies for an order today. I'll pop a picture in after this little clip. So now I'm just going to get them packaged up, and I'm going to be going off to the post office soon. I'm on the school run today, so I've got my little helper coming for a bit. Yeah, so it's been busy. I've been sewing and packing packages all morning. I think now I'm ready for a bit of lunch and a nice cup of tea. Well, I've now finished all my orders, so I've done all my sewing. I'm sort of coming to the final stages of the memory bell. The first memory bell is complete. I just need to stitch the fountain hose on. Hoping I'm going to get that done tonight. And the second memory bear, I think all the pieces are stitched together, so I just need to put the bear, you know, together itself and then stuff it. So we're getting there slowly. So I've been making, well, I've got a couple of bags. I'm doing these for Yorkshire Yarn Fest, but I will be popping some in my Etsy shop as well. And at the minute there's a free lavender pouch that's going into my project bag, so yes. I've put the house sort of badges there on the inside, that fabric. So yeah, so it's all go go go. So hopefully tomorrow I might get a couple of other bags made up and put together. We'll just see what happens. I've got 1 or 2 more orders still to pack up, which I can do tomorrow, because I spent a fair bit of time packing today. So yes, so I'm keeping pretty busy. Now I just need to eat and drink. See, I keep sidetracking myself, don't I? What an ugly penguin.
It's not ugly.
It's terrible.
It's not ugly. Beautiful.
I'm in the shop today. I'm actually here early. It's not even 9:45 yet. I've been to the dentist and I've been in to Tesco for some bit of shopping. It's quite chilly out there today, not as frosty as it was the other day. I've just managed to go and get some lunch from Tesco, and I'm going to have a little bit of breakfast now. I've got some fruit and I'm going to have a cup of tea. I haven't had a cup of tea yet this morning. I'm in need. And then I'm sewing. I've got some more project bags to make. One's for an order, and the rest of them are ready for next weekend for Yorkshire Yarn Fest. So I'm going to be busy today. Well, I'm still down at the shop. I've been sewing away today. Just been to the post office with the last of the orders, and I've been cutting out some more robin bags because I'm all out at the minute, and I was coming towards the end of the row, so I thought I might as well get them all cut out ready, and then I know what fabric I've got left. So I've got all these here, they're all stacked. So I've probably got about 5 robin bags to go back on Etsy, and then there's another 5, but they're going to have a different lining. They're going to have this nice red lining with the little hearts and stars on, and it's going to have the casing in that colour as well as the lining. And then that's all of the robin fabric gone then. So yes, so I'm just having, I've probably got another half an hour here at the shop, and my little helper's coming with his mum very shortly, probably about 3:20, and then we're going to go off to the local we're going to the ice cream parlour, that's it. And I'm in the mood for something sweet, so I don't know what I'm going to have today. Might have just a cup of tea and some, I don't know, waffle and ice cream, or a sundae. Who knows? We'll wait and see when I get there, but I will take you along with me. Yes, my little helper will probably just have an ice cream and a cone. But yes, I'm just looking forward to this. I think I need something. I've been working very hard this week, and I need a nice treat to keep me going. And I thought I'd just pop on quickly and show you some of the things we bought last night. We went to one of our retail parks, just a small one, it's not too far from us. And when we got there, I didn't realise TK Maxx was there. That little noise was Elsa. Anyhow, popped into TK Maxx. It was lethal, should have popped in there. I've got these for Adele. Little penguin baubles. I mean, she came with us, so that's bad in itself. A cup with the lid on. That rustling is Charlie. He's decided he wants to come and sit on all the packaging. And we've got a little penguin. And a nice big mug. And inside it's got Let It Snow. So they're going away for Christmas. And I got myself a holly plate, just a small one, because last year I bought a small bowl and like a pasta dish from, I don't know where it's from, it might have been done now, they were in the sale. I haven't got a plate, so this will be perfect for me. And I've got a thing about tomties or gnomes, so I've got this lovely mug. And that's what comes in the mug. Isn't it cute? Plus a new biscuit jar for Christmas, and it's got the tomties on, which is really cute. I need to find somewhere to put all this now. And then a stack of tomty mugs. Aren't they gorgeous? Absolutely love tomties. And then we've got sunglasses. Which is really cute. They've all been worn though. I might not let them use them because I don't want them getting broken. Oh. And a pack of Christmas cards. The tomties on, and the money from the cards. It supports charities, cancer research, and the Prince's Trust. So that's nice. And then popped into Morrison's. I've got a Mummy Elf mug. So yeah, we had a good night's shopping. So yeah. As you can see in the background here, I've started putting my Christmas decorations up. So on the end, each end, right there, I've got my melts with the cherry and vanilla in. Then I've got the little birds. Then I've got my 2 handmade tumpties, my glass jars there that are decorated up, and on top of my head is my fairy jar that I bought from the craft show. So it's starting to look a lot like Christmas now. Well, I'm just making some more hand balm, and the ones I made a few weeks ago have gone down really well. They didn't even get to go in my online shop, which I was really surprised at. So I'm just going to make another batch up tonight. And I think these are going to go away, and I'm going to take them to Yorkshire Yarn Fest with me. And I'll probably make some more. So that noise that you can hear in the background, that is the water boiling on the stove. Yeah, ready to put the jug in so everything melts together. So yeah, that's my evening. Oh, and apart from that, I'm going to put some bread on as well. And we've run out of bread. What's the time? It's nearly 7:30, so Kevin will be in shortly. So then I'll be getting him some tea. He's just going to have omelette tonight, something quick. Managed to find space to put all my gnome bits and pieces. I just need somewhere to put the glasses now. But in my biscuit barrel, I have put all my tea lights for now, because they've been stored on the shelf and they keep falling off. So I thought, as I have no biscuits, I will keep them on there. In there, I should say. Don't know, it looks like I'm having a bad hair day today. I think I really need to wash my hair tonight. I'm looking a bit flat. Well, now I'm just about to make some sourdough bread as we've run out. I've got Charlie in the kitchen with me, and he's been a bit of a whiner tonight. He's just desperate to go outside, and unfortunately he still can't go out. He's got to wait at least till the weekend. Adele said that she gave him his medicine this afternoon, and he just had his lunch, and he went upstairs and he was sick. So that's another reason he can't go out, because obviously we need to keep an eye on him just in case he's got something else. So he's not a happy boy. He's sat here with me by the cooker. He's watching the pan with the candle wax, well, not candle wax, what I'm saying, with the lotion bars. That is melting away lovely, but it's rattling around in the saucepan of water, and he's just sat watching it. So yeah, so I've got to keep an eye on him and watch he doesn't try to escape when Kevin comes in, because he's very good at that. He's a little speedy thing, and he comes flying in and out of the kitchen, and he's just out of the front door like grease lightning. Yes, I'm talking about you. He's watching me. I'll see if I can get a picture of him. Charlie, what are you doing up there? Hey, what are you doing? Come on, you know you're not supposed to get up that. Come on, get down. Good boy. Good boy. Charlie. Charlie, come on, there's a good boy, I know. You're not a happy boy, are you? Hey? There we go. Yes, I know. Well, it's all melted now. So I'm just going to take this out here in a minute and then put some essential oils in. That is Charlie. I don't know, I've just gave him some food. I don't know, he might want some more. We'll see. There's the bread mixing away in my bread machine. Looking forward to this tomorrow. I think I might have some for breakfast. Well, the lotion bars are cooling down now. They smell really nice. I certainly like the fragrance of these. So now I'm going to sit down and have a cup of tea, watch a bit of TV. Oh, that's the bread machine bleeping. Charlie has finally settled down and stopped whining. All he needed was a wee. He just didn't want to use the litter tray. He just wanted to go outside. But as soon as he's weed, that's him now. He's settled for the night. Well, it's Friday morning and I've just had Irene in for her one-to-one sewing. And she didn't want to do sewing on the sewing machine this week. She wanted to do some hand sewing. So she's got a quilt. It's just squares. And it needed quilting. And she didn't want to do it on the sewing machine. So I suggested to her, ages ago, about hand quilting. And she said she wanted to do that. And so she decided that's what she wanted to do today. So we've got started on that. It's going to take her quite a while to do because the quilt's quite big. But yeah, so she's gone off home now, happy. So she can actually sit and do that at home. She doesn't really need me for a while. And next week, we're going to make like she has a pouch on across the shoulder, little tiny bag about that big where she keeps her glasses in. So she's got a few of them in different kinds of fabric. So she wants a Christmas one this year. So that's what we're doing next Friday. So yeah, that'll be good. I thought I'd share with you a Christmas quilt that needs finishing off. Now I started this quilt maybe 3 years ago. Excuse me, I just can't remember when I started it, but it's another Laurie Holt design from Being My Bonnet, and I absolutely love her style of quilts because it's all applique, which I absolutely love doing applique quilts. And like the dressing plate, I like doing that. So I'm a bit picky with what I like to do in quilting, but I'll just turn you around a little bit. It's a bit difficult to show because it's so big. I'm losing my work. See if I can get the camera a little bit closer. There we go. I'll tilt you down a little bit. So all the squares are finished. I started quilting down here and across here, and I'm doing like it's like a multi-stitch zigzag, which is really nice, and I've been using a pale multicolour thread, and that what have I done? I've got the vertical done and I'm just doing the horizontal, and I've got down to here. You can't see me, can you? I've got down to here, so I'm sort of halfway down there. I haven't decided what I'm going to do in this area for quilting. I don't know whether to just do like stitch in the ditch around the squares. That might be enough to hold everything in place, and then on the side pieces just do a random twirly bits or something. But the backing is a recipe fabric or for gingerbread cookies. which I love it. I mean, the fabrics are sort of all bright colours, but no, it's probably brighter than what I would normally pick. But her style of fabrics are quite sort of vintagey, which I like. And she sells books, templates, because all the designs, are all templates. And I just love doing her way of quilting. It's really nice. So I will try and get some bit more footage of the whole quilt while it's here. I thought I'd better do this while I was at the shop, because if I do it at home, the lighting's just not very good these days. It's so dull. So I will show you a little bit more. I mean, it's a little bit crumpled. It has been sort of in storage for some time now. So I brought it down to the shop and I'm going to hang it over the door to let it sort of, hopefully let the creases just sort of drop out of it a little bit. Yeah. And I've hung it up on the door now, so I'll probably leave it there for about a week. See what it looks like. Hopefully the creases and that will have dropped out. I really don't want to have to unpin it and iron it all. Yeah. Then I need to get a quilting foot for my new sewing machine. And then I need to create a little bit of space down here so I can actually try and get it quilted, and obviously find the thread that I used. That's going to be fun. Ideally, I would like to get this finished for Christmas this year, but I can't see me doing it. But I'm going to try and at least work on it, do a little bit, because like I said, once I've finished all the zigzaggy quilting across the red stripes there that you can see, the sashing, I need to decide what I want to do in this area here for quilting. I can't make up my mind really. Stitching the ditch would probably be easier, but a bit of hand quilting might be nice. That'll give me something to think about, won't it? But yes, like I said, I've got it out, so let it hang for a bit and then I can make a decision then. I thought I'd just pop on and show you a few bits that I've been making. These are some snowflakes, and I've made these on the embroidery machine. As you can see, just along the top of the mantle, I've got a row of them. I've just sort of hung them on the little bit of snow that's on there, which I'll show next week. But yeah, I really love making these, and they look so nice. I've got one of those little white trees that I think I showed in October for the Halloween decorations. So I usually hang these in that, and they look really nice. I also made a few coloured ones as well a while ago. So this is a nice sort of green. Because it's nice if you've got a colour scheme, like if you treat like purple or reds or something. And also sometimes I attach them to presents. And I've also made some little machine embroidery stockings, which they're nice as well. And they are quite stiff as well. And I managed to finish my hollyberry socks. I'm really pleased. I thought I'd actually shown it, but I had a look back through the footage from the rest of the week, and I haven't put it on. So yes, and it looks nice. It doesn't look like it's baggy or anything, because I'm finding that my tension is now altering, and I seem to have slackened off a lot, and sometimes the odd pair of socks that I've made, they're a bit baggy. So I think I might have to drop down a needle size, but no, I'm really pleased with them. And I do like the red for the heel and toe. And this is the West Yorkshire Spinners yarn, so I'm really pleased with that. Oh, there's another tree decoration here that I've made as well. It was hiding, little gingerbread man, which very cute. He's just flat, but no, I like that. Also I had some really nice posts today of a lovely friend. She's called Emma, so she might watch my vlogs, I'm not sure. So she sent me a nice little letter, and she sent me this lovely keyring, and it's got, oops, there you are, it's got my name on, and that was just a little gift for me, just because, and I thought that's so sweet. So if you are watching, Emma, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. It's gorgeous. And now I've shown it, I will put my keys on it. Well, these are my decorations on the mantle. I've put the bit of snow on there. I think I'd like to get a little bit of tinsel or something just to go across the front, just so you don't see the wood, you see a bit of white. I'll have to see what I can get. That would be something for when I go shopping. Oops, sorry for the wobble. Well, I'm going to call it a day now. I've got most of this week's video edited. Music's all on, everything. So this is the final part now. So I would just like to say thank you very much for joining me this week. It's been lovely having your company. And I will see you again next Saturday. Can't believe next Saturday will be the last one, and then we'll be starting Vlogmas. Christmas is going to be here so fast. It's unbelievable. This year has gone so fast. Anyhow, I'll see you all again next week. Bye for now.